Welcome back to Shin Megami Tensei 5. I've been exploring a little bit off camera and I encountered this thing right here. There's a demon ahead. The demon appears hostile. Let's move closer. And the demon suddenly attacked. So let's see what level this thing is because I have no clue. I'm very curious. But we're going first, so that's a very good sign. Level 50. Yeah, I'm just gonna not deal with that. Bye-bye. I can't even smoke bulb. I can still attempt at least, because it's not like I'm super underleveled, but level 42 against level 50, it's not looking good. But I can try to go for, oh, that's a lightning block. Ow. Ooh, a miss. Okay. So if we do a lot of damage, maybe, first things first though, I'm going to switch you out to go into Artemis, because you can lower defense.
Let's go!
I don't actually have any spyglasses. Well, time to guess. Iodine? That's a resist. Okay. So that means you're probably weak to force. What I can do is go for a Kanabi Veil, just to block some moves. And then let's go for Zen. Okay, you are weak to force. That's a very good sign. Let's go for a somersault to lower defense. And then, I'm actually going to continue lowering your attack, because if we have our defense up and your attack is down, you cannot kill us. Oh, that's a crit. That's a miss. Perfect. Maybe this is doable. Because we have a huge advantage right now, and we also have a lot of attack buffs right now. I'm going to go for an Astral State Strike for big damage, massive crits, and then I can go for maybe a Force Gem, probably. There we go. Boom. Oh, wait, actually, this is super doable. Look at his health. We already took down a big chunk, and we are healthy. So let's go for a seal. No seal. Let's go for a golden apple to refresh our buffs. And then another Astral State Strike for big damage. And then continue the Force Gems probably next turn, because I want to save the extra actions for, well, let me go for a Dark Move. Okay, that's pretty normal. I'll just Dark Sword. I don't need to Kanabi Veil right now. And then you can go for a... I don't need to lower anything right now. I'll just go for the Zen. Almost at half. Attack. That's fine. I resist. And frenzy jump. Not a resist. I could go for some physical blocks later on. So I'll refresh the somersault. And then I'm going to switch you out so that you will be... Now I will have to extend my turn so that I can actually work rep run back to Hayataro. So what I will do is go for a Force Shard, and then you need to definitely heal, but I also need to recover your MP. So I'll just go for Astral State Strike again for big damage. Hayataro can go for a physical block, so then we will be safe. And I will give a Soma to my Idu. This should be enough to go for another golden apple if I need to refresh my buffs. So roll hit, that is a block, and we immediately go again. This is I thought it was going to be doomed, but we can actually do this pretty easily. You will go for a Witness Me to draw in hostility, and then you will go for, I could go for a Veil, sure. And then Idun will refresh golden apple, so that we will have an attack buff for everybody, and you can go for Astral State Strike for maybe a crit. There we go. I love that move, because you get the crits very often. And then I can go for a Carnage Fang, greater effective critical. No crit. I don't need to block physical, because I will just resist. And there we go. You are now gathering Makatsui. Now, unfortunately, I cannot tell what moves you're going to go for, because I straight up... I'll just guard, actually. And then I'm going to go for a physical block. And then I'm going to guard with everyone that matters. So we'll go for the guard, and if they hit Hayataro, who cares? So we're okay. We guarded that for the most part. Blocked, and there we go. So Hayataro almost got destroyed, but we should be okay. I'll bring in the weird fish axolotl looking dude because he has toxic spray. Continue the physical block. I will need to heal both of you. Ooh, we're not looking good on the buffs right now. So I will need to increase my own stats with Enveloping Divinity again. And then unfortunately, Idun no longer has MP to do anything at the moment. And then I'm going to go for Toxic Spray to lower defense. We get the miss there. And then we're going to get the Magatsuki gauge filled. There we go. We get the block there. And then we're going to go for... I could just go for a critical. And then let's go for just a normal hit. And then you will get the greater effective critical with Carnage Fang. Boom, 308. Not even buffed, so I will give you an Inflaming Divinity for even better attacks. Just normal hit. And then you will go for a Toxic Spray to lower defense. And then you will go for a powerful Carnage Fang here. Boom, 472. And then I'm going to go for Inflaming Divinity again, probably on the Mishaguchi. And then I definitely need to heal. I'm going to switch both of you out next turn. I get the miss, but it doesn't really matter because it was going to be the end of the turn anyways. So normal hit, miss because of the accuracy buff, thanks to Inflaming Divinity. Probably a Donum Gladi for my main character. Taro will switch out because I don't really have anything for you right now. Switch in my Orthrus so that the person who goes after Orthrus will be improved here. I don't know if it actually works if I just switch him in, but I'll still go for the Dark Sword here. Big damage, and I could just keep going for the Donum Gladi here. I can also give it to Orthrus because Orthrus also has powerful physical attacks here. So I can use Fangbreaker to lower attack actually. Inflaming Divinity my Orthrus so that they have a higher attack buff. And now let's see what happens. Sorry, fight. That's okay because I resist. Zaudai, blocked. Let's go for the Light Draco Strike, sure. And then you need to heal for sure. So I'll give myself a Soma because I'll increase my HP and MP. I think the accuracy is more important, so I'll go for the accuracy increase. And then, do I need to refresh defense? Yes, I do. So Toxic Spray, we get the poison, which you are weak to, actually. I just got very unlucky before. And then I'll raise attack to keep the attack buff on my character. And we're going to lose our defense buff, but we block again. Very lucky. All right. I don't have any Venom Chasers, unfortunately, but I will go for the Donum Gladi on my character. So now our Dark Sword should be very powerful right now. Boom. No crit, though. And then I'm going to raise defense so that my character is not suffering. And then we're going to go for a simple, maybe a Matarunda to lower your attack even further. So now you can't do anything to us at this point. Iodine, that's fine. You're poisoned still, and then remove it. So now that Mishaguchi is out of MP, we're going to have to switch you out. I do have an attack buff, so I'll refresh that. No, I don't need to heal right now. I'll just go for the Dark Sword instead. We get the crit, so I was very lucky there. Meteorama, yeah. Zanma here. And then continue to go for a White Draco Strike for a damage. So I will do that. I'll refresh my own accuracy buff. So you recover from the poison, but that's fine. Ranged Chomp, that's okay. And then normal hit. Ranged Chomp does poison, so this is very possible that our Orthrus dies here. But we're going to go for... Twilight Wave does seem kind of strong. But I want to go for the critical, because my Kumbhanda does not have very good magic, so I will go for the Fatal Sword instead, for high chance of landing crits, which doesn't really matter. And then you will go for the Axel Claw, probably. There we go, for the double hit. You didn't die to poison, but you will die next turn. But it doesn't matter, because there won't be a next turn. Dark Sword, and then Mahamon, because you don't block light. And this should do it. Fatal Sword, and then one final Axel Claw. And there we go. We beat a level 50 enemy with level 42s and 43s. And we get a Horn of Plenty.
Yeah.
I feel the power within me as well, and we get Megadola. What a start to the episode. We get a bunch of new skills, level ups, beating a tough boss as well. Get rid of Mahama because I don't need a weak attack. And we completed this little side quest here. If you would count it as a side quest. What is a Horn of Plenty anyways? The horn of a sacred demon bursting with power. It is said to symbolize abundance. That's really cool. Yeah, so basically, last time I was basically over here trying to progress the story, and then I ended here because I pretty much played for like an hour and all that, but when I decided to play today, because I was really itching at Shin Megami Tensei 5, I decided to go to this little detour right here to the right, which was unexplored territory. Then I took a right here, and then I ended up in this little, what would you call it? A cove? I don't know, there's no water. I don't know what you would call that place. But that's where I found the Chimera. So that was really cool. There are a few side quests that I haven't done simply because the enemy was too tough and all that. Yeah, right here. Recommended level 48 to eliminate the 4 gods across Minato. That was a level 50 enemy, and I think I am probably going to take down level 48s just the same. But there's also level 60s, yeah, lots of 48s here. I could go back to do that, but also I'm out of money. I didn't think that was possible. But enough of that little mini-boss there. We will now progress this area over here, because it seems like there is quite a few human structures here. There could be something cool around here. There is a chat thing over there that I could do, but there's a little box here. Boom, what's inside? What do I get? And, ooh, lots of maca. I did need that because I'm literally out of money from healing my own teammates. I know what these are. These are called tracks, aren't they? Big boxes on wheels used to move on them, right? Maybe that's why there's the strong demon on wheels nearby. Strong demon on wheels nearby. There needs to be a way to... Ooh, a meme. I was trying to just walk around to get to the top, and I just find another meme in here. S tier is green, imposing demon. Seems strong, so watch out. So, green imposing demon on wheels. Is it what I think it is? Does it look like a penis by any chance? Because I think that thing is on wheels. Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna explore around here, see if there's like a way to get up here. Because there has to be a way. There's even glory points right there that I desperately need. Okay, so if you just turn the corner, there's a bunch of mushus here that I can probably just avoid. And then we'll get past, and we'll end up over here to where the glory points are, which is very nice. I needed these 80 glory points here. Give me the 80. I don't know how much I need necessarily for the skills that I actually want. Oh, I was right. There's the penis monster over there. Okay, I never actually fought you outside of Shin Megami Tensei 3, where you looked more like a slime than you did genitalia. But you're maybe weak to light or dark, perhaps. Maybe resist physical even. So, luckily though, you are avoidable. I should stop looking at you so I don't get like... Well, I can't really get demonetized. I don't get money anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. What's inside of this thing here? An attack mirror. Okay. I don't really use them that much because the problem with... Oh, what? Sandman, what are you doing here? Well, ain't this a pickle? Them angels are all over. Oh, are you young'uns having problems with those dadgum angels too?
Hey.
We just got here, so we don't really know the situation. Is something happening? Can't say I know well either, but them angels sure do look like they're on a warpath. They've been asking all demons around these parts about some caddy stew or some other. Oh yeah, I know about them. Caddy stew? Do you mean the caddy stew? Yeah, that's the one. Anywho, I didn't want to get caught up in the kerfuffle, so I was looking for a good place to hide.
I'm sorry.
Sorry to hear that. The angels are a problem for us as well. Thank you for the information. Oh, it's no trouble at all. You be careful out there now. What a kind old man.
I see.
The Kaddish stew. That name has been coming up a lot lately.
Hey.
Maybe they're planning on something in this part of Dot 2?
Well,
they did say they were after the Magatsuhi produced by humans. And that large crow seems to be connected to the salt statues, has been going around back and forth between here and the human world.
what does it look like to you?
What do you think, Lenogia? Maybe they're connected?
Yes.
So maybe the crow is working with the Kaddish stew and turning people into salt on their behalf. I'm not sure how turning people into salt relates to gathering Magatsuhi, though. Perhaps it's a method specific to the Kaddish stew.
I do feel something.
Maybe that would explain why the angels are looking for them. I don't know, though, because the one demon we saw, sexy-ass lady, they didn't really turn people into salt. They kind of just killed people.
Better watch ourselves.
So I don't know if they're entirely the salt demons, but they could still be related. We can't be sure of anything yet. Let's just keep an eye on out for any activity from the Kaddish stew as we proceed. Yeah, because the Charm Lady seemed to be very much on her own, just going around killing people for fun for the Magatsuhi, rather than wasting time turning people into salt and then getting power that way. So, ooh, another one. I knew there would be, because there was a little corner here that seemed to be unexplored territory. Here, Sober Line, think west of Ochanomizu, east, more easter than Chiba. Ugh, why is Sober Line so unclear? I have no idea what any of those are, but it's probably related to where we are. That is. Ooh, the dog. Also, nice amount of meat that I got there. So let's see what story we have here. Oh, just more powers. Detected. Now there's 3 powers.
We've received a request for aid. We must make haste. In the name of the Lord, we shall grant death to the intruders.
Oh, they don't see me though, so that's good, I guess.
More intruders? I guess there are others here besides us?
Well, the Kaddish stew, obviously, right?
The angels might be looking for the Kaddish stew as well. Maybe they found them. If that's the case, maybe we should follow them.
Seems like a plan to me. But since there's just a I can't tell if that's my Mushu that's right there, or that's the enemy Mushu. Okay, it's mine. Cool. Great. You just looked really big for some reason, so I thought you were an enemy. Anyways, we found something good. Chakra drops. I really do need the MP, yeah. Soup can. Lovely things to sell. There's a bunch of dogs under this bridge here. Oh my goodness! But there should be something under the bridge, right? I don't really see anything here. I do need to fill up my Magatsuhi gauge. I do need to go back to the store, probably. So once I get to the next ley line, I need to buy some more spyglasses. Because at the moment, I literally have 0. Okay. Yeah, that's the problem of not having spyglasses at all times. You will just end up in situations where you don't know their weakness, and since they block literally every single move, it is a gamble. Why are you here? I've heard there's some Japanese demons who chose to hide out here instead of fighting in Armageddon. I wonder what they're up to now. I'm gonna go down here because the detours usually have some really cool rewards, so I will definitely check it out. And I was right. There is, in fact, some reward up there. So I will have to avoid these horseback lovely Valkyrie ladies, and there does seem to be some dialogue here as well. If I go to this path over here, and a side quest as well, and a ley line. Oh, no say. I did say that if I go to the next ley line, I will definitely for sure buy some items here. So we get the Jingu Nain ley line. Also,
You wish to learn.
I kind of misread this ability right here. Allows the Nahabino to use race-specific Magatsuhi skills. I misread this as race-specific skills in general, but I realize Magatsuhi skills. I can essentially do a free Inflaming Divinity for the entire party for 4 turns, with Fairy Banquet. But anyways, this place is really strange. It has its own, like, music, and there's also a lot, and I mean a lot of people to talk to. But what do you have to say? Well done on making it this far. I must say your aura feels somewhat familiar. Do you know of the fierce battle between angels and demons Armageddon? Those gods who were unable to fight, both of the Kunitsukami and the Amatsukami, fled here and erected a barrier to remain safe. A barrier, huh? Well, I don't see any barriers, so I must be, welcome here, I suppose. Swoosh, I'm protecting a stone. What stone, you ask? It's a secret. Swoosh. A stone, huh? We really should take care of a greenery like this. There are a few places for my kind live, whether in the netherworld or in the city. The place is overflowing with Magatsuhi, a perfect spot for that stone. Before the netherworld came to be, this is where you would find one of the most visited shrines in Tokyo. Perhaps the reverence from all those people filled the area with power. What stone are you talking about? Ah, the battle between the Lord of Chaos and the Angels has finally ended, and now this? Who are you? Your divine aura is similar to ours. What do you mean by that?
Well then.
I thought I could resolve this problem through my dance, but it seems not. I suppose the world is not so simple. And the final paper guy here. Way back when, a bunch of Japanese demons fled to this place. So many, in fact. You would call it a myriad of gods. But after the battle ended, everyone left and went home. The only ones who stayed are the demons like me who took a liking to this place, or the ones who have kind duty to remain like those goddesses. Meiji Jingu dedicated to the Emperor Meiji and Empress Shoken. Built 1920 after Emperor Meiji passed away, all Jingu shrines are Shinto, dedicated to the emperors. Huh. 70 Mime. Very nice. So if I go back to the Kadaverse Hollow, I will get myself a lovely bonus. Now this is another Mimad, actually. I didn't intend for that. Sure, I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Getting view from high place good, but all the low angle good too, yeah? Oh, these structures are so mysterious. Yeah, they really are. I don't know what they are, because I want to say they're buildings, but at the same time, they don't have windows. Those have windows, though, so those are obviously buildings. But these are like towers of crystals, which look beautiful in the sunlight, I might add. Look at that. I do see that there's some crystal boxes over there that I might be able to get to. So let me see if I can get over to there and see what's inside. Yeah, a short little walk. It does seem I can just jump down here and then go up to this little hill here. And it doesn't seem too steep, so I should pretty obviously just walk up. And there we go. We get these 3 boxes here, which has a Nagaraja essence, a grimoire, and also another grimoire. 4 of these I can level up anyone I want to level 42 if I really want to. We have collected a total of 70 Miman, so our reward is a Fiend Talisman, which is the effect of severe level-based almighty attack to one foe. Not sure how strong it would be though. I never really use the attack Magatsuhi skills because I feel like they're kind of a waste even if they do immense damage. It's late now, but I wonder if I should still forge ahead and regroup the Lord Ariok forces. There's a CH there. Don't know how to really say that. Usually it's like a K sound, right? Oh well. I'm feeling hungry. It's about time that I had some of that zingy thing to snack on. Hey, you there. I'm Zen. Won't you share my favorite snack with me? Like to get stones of malice? Aren't those the same stones that those other girls were talking about? Yay, that makes me so happy. I never thought I would get to eat this treat again. I absolutely love poison gems. Oh, okay, so it's just this kind of quest. I do have some of those because I never use the ailment gems. So, here we go. I got 9 of those. Thanks, these really have that delicious zing. You can have this as a thanks. I hope you can help me out again soon. That was easy. We get a Dispel Charm, which does cleanse, I think it was either debuffs or ailments. If it's debuffs, that's perfect, because I don't really have a very easy way to get rid of debuffs. And we got Physical Block on you. This actually does make Yoko way better as a teammate, because Physical Block is such a nice gimmick here. And now that I have access to 2, we essentially have 400 MP dedicated to blocking physical moves. Yoko is continuously the strongest teammates, considering that she's able to do pretty good damage and also use items in battle as well. That is the most... oh, hey, Decoravia. Does someone pursue me? No, it appears I was mistaken. I've never seen someone like you. Are you a wandering demon too? I'm Decoravia. Due to various circumstances, I fled to this land. I have no connection to this place. As such, I need some means to support myself. You're feeling rather hopeless yourself, aren't you? Don't you need a guide with a good sense of direction? Okay, so you're just a follower, sure. If so, then hire me. 20,000, you got yourself a deal. Do it for free. What an outrageous demand! Your hubris is more diabolical than any other demon out there. Free labor may be a ruling class's dream, but I shall not bow to such follies. No, sir, I absolutely decline. I wonder if you can actually recruit this guy for free if you had Fornius with you. I could also just ask to cut it by half. Trying to take advantage of me, are you? I may be a plighted wanderer, but I am a dignified demon. I refuse to work without recompense. I shall not follow impoverished deities. No, sir, I absolutely decline. Alright, so I got a Fornius in the party. Let me see if talking to you with Fornius has any change. No, okay, so having Fornius does nothing. I'm gonna kill you. But anyways, around the corner from that Decoravia, if we head over here to the left, there is the way to get to the glory points that I oh so desire for my builds. Because this will grant me enough to give myself around 229 glory points. So that should be everything for this little area here for now. I guess I can go to this side quest over here instead. Oh hey, it's you! I remember you! What are you doing here? You're the freaky looking thing with the eyeballs. No, Bino, I request your assistance. Despite our previous efforts, those impudent Kadishtu are becoming increasingly vainglorious. Yeah, I remember you. You were against the Kadishtu. I didn't even realize your eyeballs kind of have like a rainbow color almost. You got the red, the orange, the yellow, and then the green. No blues or purples though, unless you count that as blue. And the purple, I guess. So yeah, you're kind of all rainbow, aren't you? Shinjuku is a nest of the Devas who advocate for those vile demons. The atmosphere of defilement in the lands is immense, thus I cannot fully exhibit my powers. The filth strewn by Mara is particularly egregious. He is of far greater concern than the common demons present. Mara boasts both gargantuan stature and exceptional mobility. He must be annihilated if we're ever to restore order to Shinjuku. I ask you to see the next extermination of Mara. And now we get the Devotion of Order as the side quest. I hold you in high regard. Mara often lurks about Sendagaya, which we have actually seen the Mara before. 44. Oh. I can do that right now, actually. We clearly saw before I could easily take down a level 50, so what's a level 44? So here's where the Mara is, and this thing looks disgusting. It's also incredibly fast. Ooh. Let me see if I can get the jump on him, though. And... okay. So hopefully we go first. But I doubt it, because, yeah, they just tend to do that. Dance of Mara, what does this do? Okay, so it's Charm. Alright. And also gathering the nearby Magatsuhi immediately? Okay, first things first, do I have anyone who has anything for Charm? Doesn't really look like it, unfortunately, so this is gonna be really tough, and also this boss theme is crazy. Let me try to go for the Spyglass, though. Charmed, not good. Light. Swooning. And I gave them a barrier. A magic barrier. Lower defense? Okay, cool. What about somersault? Okay, cool. Defense is down. Let's see what they do. Hell thrust. Oh. Really? Even with the resist? That's crazy. Idun does resist charm. So with this in mind, perhaps I can go for maybe a cure ailment here, and then I can go for maybe an item, or I can continue to go for Diametras to recover even more. And then I can go for the Witness Me, so that you target the Hayataro. And then Artemis can go for a potential somersault. There we go. And let's see what happens. Toxic Spray, Hayataro, and then Megaton Press, which kills Edu. Why do you do so much damage? Yeah, so physical block. The poison should not kill, right? It's a lot of damage, but it didn't kill. I'll thrust. Really? Why does that happen? Does it just ignore resistances or something? Ignores resistances and pierces through. So evasion is the play here. There's just so many status effects. I need something to counter this. So instead what we'll do is head down this pathway here. There's a ley line right over there, but there's also this small path this way as well. However, I do believe that getting the ley line first is probably the better play, considering that walking back up here will take a really long time. So let's do the safe option and just go to see what kind of story progression will happen here. There's probably a cutscene here, right? Yes, no, there's a cutscene, and there is these two again, actually. Nua and the other guy. And they're again killing all the angel, the angel alignments, pretty much like they did at the Diet Building. So these are the intruders.
Oh, it appears a new face has joined you since last we met.
Oh yeah.
Do you know us? Who are you?
I suppose Tao wasn't with us last time.
Nua. And that's Shohei Yakumo. So you're the ones from the Tokyo Diet Building.
I take it you've come in pursuit of the Kaddish too.
Yeah.
Then you're here for the same reason as us.
Oh, great.
People have been turning to salt in both the Netherworld and Tokyo. Could the Kadishtu have something to do with that?
Obviously.
No.
Oh.
That isn't how those demons prefer to operate. It was done to set an example. As more victims turn to salt, humans grow more fearful of the wrath of a supernatural being. I'm sure you're aware of a group that delights in holding such attention.
Now that you mention it, I have heard of a story like this. Those who refused to heed God's warnings were turned to salt as punishment.
I know about that.
What?
If you want to know who's responsible, then find the one who leads these angels. Though I'm sure you found some areas difficult to access thanks to those vexatious cherubim.
Yeah, were those freaky looking things that I saw earlier?
I could simply dispose of them directly, but you may consider hunting the angels nearby instead. Doing so may cause the cherubim to leave their posts.
Sounds like a plan.
I see. Because they will be called in as reinforcements.
Exactly.
We just gotta be sneaky
Whether you
about
were
it.
investigating the salt statues or pursuing the Kadishtu, you will need to get past the cherubim either way.
Why are you telling us all this?
Same goals.
Is it not enough for us to simply wish to help a young group fighting for their future?
I'd bet you just want us to draw attention, so it's easier for you to get where you're going.
Think whatever you want.
Well, I guess we should look around for angels then.
So just a kill quest, I see. Breaking angelic
So,
ranks.
there is a possibility that the angels may be involved with the salt statue incidents. What do you think this means?
Well, that's possible.
The angels do have a legend in which humans are turned to salt. Based on this, it seems likely that the angels are involved in our situation.
Though, I don't know if there's any crow-shaped angels out there.
Still, this is merely speculation at the moment. Once we meet the angel in command, everything will become clear. We should remain focused as we proceed.
Young man, I'm picking up multiple angel readings ahead. We should try to make our way to them. What's an Oni doing here? Okay, yeah, it's a pretty short walk. So let's get this ley line, Yogi. Is there a park around here by any chance? Hello, Oni there. These angels here are so scary. You be careful not to cross them too. Huh. Wouldn't expect an Oni to be scared. Since I got that ley line, I will actually go back around here just to check out what is actually down here, and then warp back up if there's nothing important. So, is there any Mimans around here? Any new enemies? So, a couple Valkyries, and there's also, I suppose, you that can just juke around. There we go. Not a problem. And there is a box over here, too, actually. I just have to get past these Narcissuses, however you pronounce that. Still don't know. But we get Black Frost's essence, and also 2 chakra pots. You get access to Ice Draco Strike, Mabufula, Black Draco Strike, Matarunda, Endure, Blinding Strike, and Dark Block. The Draco Strikes are pretty fascinating here. Now here's basically what I'm going to be inheriting. We're keeping the Rooted Soul for obvious reasons. Inflaming Divinity and Boon Boost, just a bread and butter combo. The Ice and Black Draco Strike on the right you see over there, and also Endure to keep the main character alive from any lethal blows for 1 attack. So I will go with this.
How is this?
This right here, to Demon Proficiency 3. So I'm going to get this first because this will increase the amount of skills my allies can use, which is a huge advantage. And there's also, I have 79 points left, so I can probably get Dark Mastery, just so that my Ice and Dark Mastery are about equal footing, pretty much. Anyways, we're going to explore this new zone here, if you would call it new. I mean, it's kind of new, it's just a small little area of the vast open world area that we now have access to. So there does seem to be like an alleyway here, which leads to not much, actually. I can go up on this little roof here, though, and that does lead me straight to the boxes. And this also... Do I get any essences? Yes, I do. Commando's essence, which I believe was very mediocre. And speaking of Commando, there's some down there. There should be glory points. Oh, right over there. So how do I get to that is the question without running into enemies. These things run pretty funny, actually. Oh, there we go. We avoided them. No easy way to get up. Oh, there does seem to be nothing here, actually. Ooh. Let's test out my new Draco Strike. Boom, 144. Well, it's not that much, but it's the thought that counts. They're beating me up pretty bad, so maybe I do need to level up or something like that. There probably is a me-man somewhere, right? Yes, there is. I do need more glory points because I want to get so much more. I am severely lacking in my potential right now, and I do probably need to focus more into potential. So, is there any more that I can get? Oh my goodness! Why would you appear in front of me? Okay, we do find some stairs here, which luckily the stairs will lead me to treasure, which they usually do. And there we go. So this will have, anytime now, 3 ice gems. Well, that was I was hoping for, but I will still take it. If I look on the mini-map there, if I head in this direction actually, there does appear to be some elevation that will persist over here, which will, ooh, more glory points that way as well. Sure, let's just check out over here while that I'm here, actually. But there is another box here. What is inside of you, perhaps? We get a gold card, so that'll make demon negotiations way easier. And how did I miss that? It's right over here. So there is the glory points right here. How do I exactly go? Oh, I see. So I have to find somehow a way to come from this direction from the west. So I'll have to leave that, unfortunately, behind while I find the other glory points, which should be in this direction. Oh, those mushrooms actually gave me a level up, so now I'm level 43, which I will desperately take. Give me more agility, or actually luck. I want to be able to crit more, because now I'm noticing that crits matter a lot. Do the Draco Strike strength-based moves crit? Is the question. Because they do elemental strength damage. Because it's technically like a magic, kind of like how Sakanagi was like a magic ability, almighty, technically. I don't remember if they crit, other than, of course, the Amakotoki critical, which makes everything crit. So that is something to consider. We get an Anubis Essence, which I believe was pretty good skills. But is this the way to the glory points? It should be this direction? Oh wait, actually, that was the right way. Like, I came down from over there, and I went over here, and then if you go up here, the main objective is actually right there, but I'm gonna go this way instead, because here, if we do a little parkour here and don't miss the jump, we get ourselves the glory points. Nice. 80 glory points, very nice. And that does mean, if I parkour again, ooh, me man. Thankfully, I fell down right to where it was, so it wasn't really that much of a detriment. And I'm gonna stay here. Why don't you look for me here? Fine, I go back now. 8 glory points, we're now at 140. So our next objective is right over here, and I believe that is just a power? So do I talk to you and then fight you? Should be pretty simple, right?
Intruders detected. It is our duty to safeguard this land. In the name of the Lord, we shall grant death to the intruders.
Oh, this is actually perfect because I have a very powerful Draco Strike move here that I can exploit with Black Draco Strike. Punching him real hard to do 133. It's not that much actually, but we do have some Madoons here. And then we also have Toxic Spray to lower your defense. And then we can raise our attack, or I guess evasion, that works too. And then let's go for another Draco Strike. No one-shots, because this guy's probably like considered a mini-boss, so it really wouldn't really do that. We'll just hit normally because your defense is lowered already. And then we can finish you off with a, I guess, Megadola. Boom. Not much of a challenge, but there is more reinforcements, which I did not expect, so this is probably a part of the quest. So let me give myself an inflaming divinity to make my own self really strong, and of course we'll continue to go for the Madoons, and then Toxic Spray to miss but get the defense down, and then we're going to go for a pass to then go for a very powerful Black Draco Strike to do 234 damage, and then more Madoons here. We are kind of splitting the damage, so unfortunately I will have to greatly increase your strength for the next turn instead. So we're going to be hit by a little bit. It's fine if you use Deramo. The critical wave is fine because we do get a miss there, thankfully, due to Tao's increased accuracy and evasion buff. We can go for another critical to speed up the fight, because we're going to go for a very powerful Draco Strike punch here. Boom! 493. We love to see it on the main character actually doing damage. So that is fantastic. Then of course we get the poison off as well, and that also means we can heal ourselves, which I don't think I really needed to do that, but I can go for another Black Draco Strike to do big damage, and then finish it off with a Madoon here. Ooh. Anymore? I can keep going. Yes, we can. And that also means our Omakatoki critical effect will still be active due to not having it end the last turn. So we can continue to wail on these enemies, two-shotting them even, go for more dormant Gladies to make the main character even stronger, increase our accuracy and evasion, and then go for another Draco Strike to punch even harder. 400 damage. Kill. Oh, no kill there. We'll just go for another, I guess we can go for a Mazunga, even if it is resisted, we do still crit. And then I'll just go Megadola again. So, I won't be able to go for another Draco Strike next turn, though, because I'm just under the MP threshold there. But instead, oh wow, actually, I didn't realize this, but Black Draco Strike is more expensive than Ice Draco Strike. But that does mean I can still go for the Ice Draco Strike instead, and then continue the Madoons with Yoko. And then go for another Toxic Spray to potentially get the poison, but we most importantly get the defense down. Go for a normal hit here, and then finish the job with one more Madoon. We cannot afford to fail. You are right, Yoko. We have the victory not secured. That's a lot of them, actually. So what I will need to do is probably switch out Yoko for Alice, who will go next in turn, and then go for a very powerful die for me. Big damage across 4 of them. Chakra drop for myself, and then Alice can go continue for some die for me here. And then Nubis can go for... Oh, do I have Light Block, actually? Who has Light Block? I don't think you guys had it, unfortunately. So I'm going to go for the Dark Heavy hit here anyways, and then maybe a Witness Me, just so they attack Hayataro, who resists the light attacks that might come my way. And there's also a few critical waves here and there, which a few of us do resist, so it's fine. Ooh. You died so easily, Anubis. That sucks. Alice is also down? They do a lot of damage with the critical waves and all that. So we're in a horrible position because I can't really do much about this. I can try to bring in someone else. King Frost kind of works, because what King Frost has access to is the ability to lower the enemy's defenses with King Bufala, which lowers the enemy's defenses across the board. And then I can go for a physical block, actually, because I've noticed that they just go for a critical wave instead. So this should be fine even if they do heal, because Fangbreaker will be blocked. It's not going to be blocked again, though, unfortunately. Only a single time block. But there we go. That's all that matters, as long as we get the single time block. I think I need to go for a kill here. King Buffalo? Okay, we got a kill there. And unfortunately, what can I do here, right? I can guard for sure. What if I just guard it? Yeah. We'll be fine if we guard. Okay. We still guard. Oh, we're taking heavy hits. And there we go. So now, I can gamble with the Draco Strike here. If I don't miss, we get the hit there, and then I can probably heal myself to full recovery, and then hopefully nothing bad happens. Because all they can really do is go for the critical waves and the other moves, I guess. But it's not really a kill. So now what I can do is go for maybe Kumhanda. We can go for a Twilight Wave to go for a physical move on all foes. Boom! And there we go. We put them to sleep as well. And we also get another move, so our Magatsu skill was perfect for this. And then we can finish off one of you here. And then, because they're asleep, they won't be able to kill us. So there is actually one situation where going for an Amakatoki critical was actually going to be a detriment to the actual team comp itself. And Critical Wave was, or Twilight Wave actually, was the play there. So there we go. It was very dire, but we win. With another level up to 44, which means we get access to 2 levels of fusions. So we're gonna go for luck, of course, for the better chance of the crits. And that is one of the angel groups down.
Our strength was not enough. Call for reinforcements.
Is that right?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Think that was an order for the cherubim? Let's go see.
I was thinking of a cherub from Pokemon. But there's also an abscess, actually, I saw on the minimap there. So maybe I can go over there to get the abscess after I heal, of course, because I am almost dead. And after a little bit of recruiting, I now have access to the Black Frost, which has Twilight Melody. While an active party increases damage and striking a dark weakness for all allies. Pretty nice. You also have the aforementioned Dice Draco Strike, Mabufula, Black Draco Strike, and Matarunda, with a couple of moves down here, but we already know this from the main character inheriting these skills. So, I'll probably give you something else as well. I also gave you Pierce Armor and Matarakuja to raise attacks of allies and lower the enemy's defense with Pierce Armor. So this will be what I'll be rocking with, and I'll probably replace something else with Endure later on. But we get this guy for free, so might as well take the opportunity to as well.
Here's hoping we get along.
And there we go. We get Endure, which, since your strength is stronger than your magic, I might just get rid of my Bufula. Even if this is an AoE, we're going to be using you for boss fights, most definitely. So Endure will be very nice. We also have access to the level 43 Macabre, Senri, the Jukui, and then level 44 has Belphegor, and level 44 also has Osei. And we also have access to Kumokuten and Dionysus. So what I can do is, rather than get literally everyone on the everyone possible, I think it's better that I just choose the ones that are the best, or the easiest. Right here, Potapal Combat is active for both the Senri and the Osei. Both of them have Potapal Combat, so I can use both of them. Now, interestingly enough, Dionysus has something called Megalomania, which does this right here. Allies that attack with a charge effect may retain the charge effect, which is fantastic, because that means we get double the value off of doubling our attacks. So we're basically just quadrupling our attacks here if we retain the charge effect. But most importantly, you resist charm completely. You block it, rather. So this could also help me out greatly for the Mara fight. As much as he's great, he's outclassed. So might as well turn him into something even better. So I just gave him a couple of generic stuff. I did give him Fire Plorama to make use of Agalau, and also Great Lifespring to make you very bulky, because your health will be almost at 300 at this point. I do spend a little bit on Maka to do this, but I don't really care. That is not English. Anyways. Dona Magica, which will be replacing Shockbound because I don't really need to do electric moves on this guy anyways. You're a pretty good fire bird right here. But most importantly here, Accursed Poison as the Magatsubi skill. High chance of inflicting an ailment to all foes and lowers all stats by 1 rank for 3 turns. And I suppose I could trade off my Silky and Nagaraja, so sure, I could do this. So here's what I'm giving you. So we're gonna go for this fusion here. Auspicious Beast also sounds very fascinating to use with a whole beast team. But we do get access to Meragon, which is a medium fire attack to all foes. I mean, I could get rid of Algaloth, sure. And also, with Kumpanda and the Mishaguji, we can get ourselves the Belphegor. So you're very good support, and you can also do some good damage.
Is this
Let's go with this. You also get Concentrate. However, do I really want this? Goodbye, Concentrate. I'll just inherit you later. Better safe than sorry. Now, I did experiment a little bit with the elementals, and if I get myself an Eligor, I can get myself the Osei for free, basically. And with a Compendium fusion here with Apsaris and Orthrus, I can get myself the Senri. So I can basically have both of the Paw combat demons just like that. And we're just gonna go straight up with this. So you get all the Draco Strikes, all of these Draco Strikes with an attack buff, while also having the blocking to charm. Hello, cat.
I'm Senri. Nice to meet ya.
Nice to meet you too. Let's move on to Osei. Yeah, this'll do. There's not really much you can do with an Elemental and an Eligor for an Osei. However, the most important part is that we have Paw combat. I will also inherit Race and Transcendence to allow the Nahobino to use race-specific Magatsui skills. I think what I'll do last is go fight the Abscess. Why not, right? Because if I fight the Abscess, we get access to brand new abilities. Because all we need to do is probably just head in this direction, basically to where we got those clear points over there. Go through past these guys, and by the way, I did in fact use an attract pipe so that enemies aren't going after me now. So, it doesn't really matter though. It was mainly used to recruit the Eligor because those guys just run away way too quickly when you're over their level, and then they're scared of you. And now, we lifted the barrier, but this means there's an Awagami essence over there. What if there's a place that my little demon can find? Assuming I avoid that thing. There's gotta be like some sort of... There are rails there. Well, I guess for now we will just fight this Abscess here. And then, let's see what you have. I didn't get the jump on them, unfortunately. But, okay, so it's just Orthrus and a few Lamias. I believe the Lamias are weak to fire or something like that, but first things first. Inflaming Divinity. And then I'll pass, and then use Yoko to use a Spyglass, just to be sure. So you're weak to ice, that's perfect, so then I can just spam this and go through it. Oh, you're all weak to ice, this is great for me. Let's get rid of the Lamias first. Ice Draco Strike to use our brand new Black Frost. I think I can just play the safe game here and just go for physical block, because there's no way they don't use physical moves, right? There we go. I knew it. And Draco Strike, which does kill. However, we block, so it doesn't matter anyways. So Belphegor was a worthy sacrifice. We will change you out to go into someone even better. So Idun will help us buff even further. So more Draco Strikes. I guess I could go for an Agadine. Get the kill there. Funny quote from the Lamia there. We will punch you really hard with another Draco Strike for 241 damage. And then we will go for an attack buff, or we can also lower their attack as well. Because I already have max attack on main character, so who needs it? Ow. Oh, you resist. That's perfect. Ooh. Ow. Okay, not that bad. I don't have to worry about fire on the main character, but as long as I kill the enemy first, it doesn't matter how much damage they do to me, as long as they are dead. So let's go for probably an AoE ice move here, actually. Sure, I guess I could use some ice gems. Why not? And then you will go for another heal for everybody. And then I will go for a guard, because most importantly, if they cannot do fire moves on me, then their turns will not be extended. So as long as I just go ham on my attacks, I can then be completely safe for the next turn, and we get a full Magatsui gauge. But it doesn't even matter, because we will just kill them with our very powerful Draco Strikes that we have inherited for a purpose. And then, we don't need to use gems anymore. We're going to start with the Agadine. Oh. Never mind, we can go for the Hamon instead, to then go for another Draco Strike, into one final Draco Strike until the next turn. So hopefully I don't die in one hit. We're good. We now finish the deal with another Draco Strike, into another Draco Strike. And I guess we can just finish the job with one little punch here. Well, not really a punch, but like a flick of the wrist, of the fingers. And there we go. Level 42 Yoko and 44 Idun, and we get access to...
Totally Mahamaui!
Mahamaui for free because we gave everyone one extra skill. To get Divine Garrison 7, Light Mastery 3, Dark Mastery 3, Ailment Mastery 3, and Pacification. I'm also looking to how to get to that essence over there, and I'm thinking maybe I go over here, perhaps, right? So that's like just a few railways. Maybe it's this one right here, actually. If I get to this railway, I'll get to up here. I mean, that looks right. I mean, that rail just takes me straight to this one. And this looks like it is the right rail. I was correct. So all we need to do is walk past these enemies up there, which is just a few Orthruses, I believe. So I can recruit them if I really need to, which I will not. I'll just go right past them because they're pretty easy to dodge. And then we get ourselves another Awagami Type C essence. So let me head back to the ley line, and we're going to check out both the miracles and the brand new ability we just got. Pacification. If a demon's mood sours mid-negotiation, they may forgive you. More demon stock, which I don't need at the moment. Ailment Mastery. Not the best because I don't have any ailments. But there's also Dark Mastery and Light Mastery, which if I do get Dark Mastery, it could make my Dark Draco Strike even cheaper, and also probably stronger as well. We will get ourselves Yaogami Type C. Greatly fills the Magatsuhi gauge. Severing Bite, Physical Block, and Physical Pleroma. This is what I was looking for. Here's the greatest problem I have in this entire game right now. Endure and the Draco Strikes. Ice Draco Strike will be the most valuable for later, so we're going to make use of all of these abilities here. And of course, filling the Magatsuhi gauge is just very good, because more Magatsuhi skills, which means more Fairy Banquets, more other things as well, so might as well, right? Let's go for the Physical Pleroma with the brand new physical heavy damage move that I so wanted. So I suppose I can actually end things here by showing off the new ability we got against an enemy. Let's go for the Severing Bite. It's not a unique ability here, but it is strong. So let's go for it. 202. No critical. Peter did die, but this is just a showcase for our Severing Bites. With the power buff, with critical, we do 504 damage, not counting defense downs. So if we lower defense even further, we can go for another Severing Bite for 609. And that is not our full potential either, because we still can lower the defense to 2. So until then, I believe all we need to do now is end the video here. This has gone quite a while. I've gotten ourselves brand new miracles, gotten ourselves lots of glory points, lots of different new abilities, and we will fight, possibly, the Mara immediately on the next episode. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.